Hey everybody, welcome back to Revenge of the Sea Team. I've got a nice long episode today, I'm pretty sure. I missed a couple days recording because I had a lot of stuff to do outside the game. But I did get a lot of work done in like 2 days there. So, I guess let's get straight into it. I'm just sitting at the house right now, and I added a new floor to the house. So we now have a third floor. Place your bets now. Let's see, what new mod would I have added that looks like that? Every block in that space is in the same mod. I'll give you a second to guess while I make my way up here. I had a lot of stuff cluttering my chests down here that was from this one mod. I'll give you a couple more seconds. So just to review, this is vanilla and utility stuff. Oh, I moved the ATM machine over here, or the ATM is here now. You can just break the blocks down and bring them with you, apparently. Or build your own. There's recipes for these. This is our Evil Craft floor. This is floor 2. And I rearranged slightly. Astute viewers will notice there is one thing missing from the stuff here, but I will get to that in a moment. And here is our new floor. This is Biomes Aplenty. So I went ahead and made 4 different biome type regions inside this floor with 4 different trees. Let's see, let's start on the north side here. North side we've got a willow growing in the mud, kind of like a swampy type area. The east side is redwood growing on some origin grass. And there's a couple of flowers around from different biomes, just kind of everywhere. South end is pine wood, so there's a pine tree growing here with the pine leaves. And loamy grass. And the west side is hellbark from the nether, on top of some overgrown netherrack, also from the nether. And we've got some nether themed plants here. Eye bulbs, burning blossoms, thorns, and a gravestone. And there's ivy. It looks different here than in the nether, but I'm not going to build another house, at least not quite yet. And then to finish off the roof, where all these are kind of gaps between the trees, I have jacaranda wood slabs, just to fill in the gap there. So that's our newest addition to the house, Biomes Aplenty. And all the chests in the corners have Biomes Aplenty items in them. Alright, here's outside. So I did a lot of map exploration. Let me hit the map here and zoom out. A lot. And there was one specific thing I was looking for, and I still haven't found it yet. But I did find 2 things that are similar to this thing I was looking for. Let's see if I can spot one. I know there's one right up this way. Somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Well, anyway, one of these 2 structures is a floating tower of quartz blocks. And the other one is nether brick, and it's got a bunch of zombie spawners in it. So I was going to make that into a zombie grinder, but never found the one with the zombie spawners in it. So what I did was, well, I don't see it now. Ah, here it is. Aha. So here's the quartz tower. As far as I know, there is nothing in this tower except all the different kind of quartz blocks you can make. There's the regular blocks, chiseled blocks, the pillars, and stairs. And there's a little bit of glass in here. As far as I can tell, there's nothing in this. There's like one piece of glowstone in there underneath all this. But I'm going to be using these blocks to add sharpness to weapons and things, which I've done. So this sword now has 18 attack damage. When I add the Wither Star modifier slot, it'll go up to 20, maybe 21. So there's 2 of these on the map that I found so far, and the nether brick one with zombie spawners in it I haven't found yet. Let's see, back to the house real quick. My journey map up in the top left is super cluttered now. It's got dots everywhere. Alright, so a lot of caving. I now have essence berry bushes all the way around the house. That one's not grown yet. And 3 extras. So I'm starting a second ring outside of the first one. Also, I took down the player interface from the last episode. I think it was causing some lag issues, and it wasn't working when I was away from the house area here. So I need a chunk loader. I assumed it had a chunk loader built into it, but it might be that functionality might be disabled in this mod pack. I'll have to look that up and find out. But anyway, that's pending. The operation of the player interface is pending. What else? I did find enough berries to fill these out, 10 of each, plus a lot of extras, which I have in this chest over here. So I've got almost 2 stacks of aluminum berries, another half stack of iron, a stack of 10, and a stack and almost a half of copper. I made all of the traveler's gear from Tinker's Construct. A few of these pieces show that they have a higher armor value than iron that I'm wearing, but with the entire set on, the armor bar is full, but it doesn't seem like I'm getting additional benefit from them as far as defense goes. So I just switched back to iron. Plus, these can't be repaired in the Evilcraft blood chest. So, yeah. Not going to be using those, at least not for now. I will find another way to repair these eventually, I guess. I raided a couple of villages for more seared bricks and added layers to our furnace here, our smeltery I mean. So now I can put a full stack plus 9 items in here, or a full stack plus 8, whatever it comes out to. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 81 items. So a full stack plus a lot. Plus 20-ish. Rough estimate. I very slightly automated it. Just put a fluid duct there. It has to be hardened fluid duct, or else this pipe will explode and you'll lose whatever's in it when the hot molten metal hits it. Put a servo and a lever on there, and this will just automatically make bars out of whatever's inside there, which are all in here. And whenever I get like 2 stacks of bars, well, here's a good example. I'll just cut them down, take out 63, make this into a block. Well, and make these bars into blocks, I mean. And drop them off over here in my block chest. So I've got quite a lot of different materials here. So like almost a little over a block of iron, half block of gold, almost a block of a stack of blocks. There, it's better. Half a stack of copper blocks, a little bit of glass I made, some tin, aluminum, the lead I just put in here, more tin, some silver, like 11 blocks of silver. And they come out differently. If you have silver blocks and you make them into a bar, or if you have silver ingots and you make them into a block, that's less confusing. They come out like this with the Project Red. That's the block that it makes. But if you put the ingots into the smeltery and then pour them out into the casting basin, they create the thermal foundation silver block. The same with the copper. If you make it yourself by hand, you end up with the forestry block. If you do it in the smeltery, you get the Tinker's Construct block. So a lot of these two different types of the same material, I'll have to run them back through the smeltery if I need to save space in here. But for now, it's not really an issue. Okay, also in my inventory, if you've noticed, I have 6 white stones, fully charged. So I guess I will be opening some more chance cubes today. I did find a few of those. And I made a diamond dolly to move mob spawners. Why would I want to move mob spawners, you may ask? And if you didn't ask, then you've probably guessed, I've made a giant mob spawner room. Over here in one of these mob towers, off in the ocean that I found, so that there's no land directly adjacent or, nearby where things are going to spawn, I've got 6 mob spawners, most of them from inside the tower here, actually, inside this room. Let's see, there's like 3 or 4 spiders, a skeleton, and a couple of zombies in there, spawners. I'll have to do a little bit of a redesign on this because the spiders are getting stuck partway in the walls and not hitting the conveyor belts. But the idea is they spawn on the conveyor belts, get pushed this way, and I have 3 spiked plates from Evilcraft here. When mobs walk over those, they take damage, like that spider's doing. Good example. When they die, they actually drop experience and items, as though a player killed them, but they will not drop universal coins, and they will not drop, what else? There's one other thing they will not drop. I don't think they'll spawn the spirits, so I can get ectoplasm, because you actually have to, as a player, go and kill them for them to drop that. So I can do that, and it spawned one. If I kill them myself, like wait for them to get kind of low and then finish them off myself. Yeah, that one dropped coins, and there is a spirit in there now. He'll probably despawn though, because he's not hitting the conveyor belts. Anyway, so all the loot goes in here. I've got a vacuum hopper that pulls all the items and experience into it. All the experience is pushed up into this tank here, which I can just right click on and pull out. I moved our item collector up here too, just in case an item gets stuck kind of nearby here and doesn't get pulled into the vacuum hopper. That'll just teleport it right into the chest. So all the stuff I'm getting out of here, I basically just use that as a temporary storage. They're all going in here. So I've got a little bit of testing on this thing done already. I got one of these IN swords from More Swords 3 that dropped. That's one of the better ones from the mod. At least before you put enchantments on them. And I got it almost all the way broken, along with all these bows. They were nearly broken. So I hooked up the pressure plates here. If you put pedestals underneath them, let's see if I can, there we go. Sanguinary pedestal from Evilcraft. That's made out of 15 evil gems. There's a block, like in a crafting grid, you put a block in the middle, a block of evil gems. You put them in the middle, and then you put 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. Oh, poisoned. Cave spiders are making it out. Yeah, this needs a slight redesign. Anyway, also, I noticed that just now, those things are acting like actual pressure plates. When a mob walks over them, the conveyor belts next to them stop working. Yeah, this needs a redesign. Just slightly, though. Well, I guess the only thing that's going to mess with that is going to be spiders. And why did he get... He got pushed into the block by the spider. Yeah. So, needs a slight redesign. Anyway, the spike plate also makes them produce blood. Oh, I need to find some food. Makes them produce blood when they're killed. as though a player killed them. So it works with EvilCraft blood stuff. So I've got a pipe going from the bottom of the pedestal. There's a tank, and from the tank there's pipes going this way into the blood chest. So I can use this to repair my gear, and it automatically refills from the tank underneath. The diamond dolly I have here, this is the second one I've made. I actually broke the first one playing around with it. And I cannot repair this in here, so that's another thing I'll have to find a fix for. Dang it. Yeah, this is still fairly dangerous. Needs a redesign, but I'm getting there. Okay, let me just get my health back here. If anybody has ideas for that, let me know. Post them in the comments. I think I might just take the spiders out of it, make a specific spider killing room somewhere else, and make this one nothing but zombies and skeletons. 2 tall by 1 wide mobs. Like person-shaped mobs, and not spiders. And we'll put spiders somewhere else. Oh, let me get... might as well pull these coins out of here. Grab the ectoplasm. No you don't. And now there's gonna be coins over here. Okay. That's good. Alright, let's jump back to the house. Time saver. Alright. And top off the food here. Give me that. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I've been kind of neglecting this farm a lot. Been using alternate food, just kind of knock out what's in the chest here. Using rotten flesh occasionally. Mutton. I ran out of mutton. Cooked up some steaks. I've got a lot of those left too. But anyway. What else did I do out here? I set up a hardened energy cell. Made a leadstone one, upgraded it to hardened with some Invar. After I made some Invar, that is, with the pulverizer. That's still just the basic pulverizer. Imports from the hopper on the top, exports to the chest on the left. We've still got some little bit of coal, sulfur, and niter in there. Anyway, and the hardened energy cell is powered from the steam dynamo. Runs on water and fuel. So you can put coal, charcoal, sugar charcoal, any kind of wood, basically anything that would power a furnace you can throw in here. And you can also use spider eyes, zombie flesh, and string in here, if you didn't know that. And the water tank on this is being refilled by the tank here that I used to have lava in over there, which actually needs a refill. So let's throw this in here real quick. There's an item I'm going to make, either in this episode or the next one, that will give us infinite water. Oh, it is raining. You know what? We can do it right now. It has to be raining for this to work. Let's see. Let's go up to EvilCraft stuff here. So I need a dark gem. I need a glass bottle, and I need one other thing. What is it? Weather container needs sugar. Give me that. Alright, yeah, we're making a weather container. So while it's raining, let's find one of our environmental accumulators. Right there. That's why I started marking these on the map. Ow, ow, ow. Is it raining here? Yes. Can I do this in my inventory? No. Dang it. Back to the house. Okay. Gems on top, bottle on the middle, sugar at the bottom, weather collector, and we're back. Alright. So while it's raining, you take the environmental accumulator, you take your weather container, and toss it in. There we go. And at the top, there's a boss bar on the screen. Shows the charge that the accumulator has left in it. It drains this one and gives us basically rain in a bottle. That's what this is that we got. And you can throw that on the ground to make it rain again. But you have to wait for this to recharge to use it again. The accumulator. See, it's slowly recharging there. And if we walk out here, it's not raining anymore. So it's like a in-game version of Toggle Downfall. Alright, back to the house. Now, you may be wondering, what are we going to do? Well, probably not wondering, because I just said it like a few seconds ago. With this weather container, let's hit use here. We can take a dark block, which is 9 evil gems in a crafting table, to make the block. Use our rain in a jar here, and some glass panes. I think you can actually use regular vanilla glass for this. Maybe eventually. Anyway, surround it in glass panes and you make this eternal water block. And what that does is it acts like a, let's say it acts like a tank that has water in it, but the water never runs out. It's infinite water source. You can also make 4 infinite water buckets. I don't know why you'd want 4 of them, but whatever. You can use one of them as just an infinite water bucket like you would use a normal bucket, or you can put it in a liquid transposer, and it'll just sit there and pull water out of it all day, and you can have the transposer export to any other container that you want water in. But what we're going to do is make the block. So let's go make the other items for that here. This is one of the more useful items from EvilCraft, other than auto-repairing all of your gear for you for free, which is why this was missing. It was over at the Battle Tower Alpha. Alright. So we need 9 of those to make the block, like so. And I think I've got some glass panes in here somewhere. I've got 6. Always 1 short. And I've got 3 glass, so I don't even have enough glass to make more panes. I could just borrow it out of the window, I guess, maybe. All of our sand is here. Okay, let's just make some more. In our 3D furnace, where you can see things being made, kind of. I really only need 2, right? Let's see. Yeah, there's 1. I really only need... Oh, that was weird. Thought I was in the bottom one and it was in the top one still. 3. Oh, I actually need 3. Okay. 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Go over here. Make more panes. I've been using these for the open blocks tanks that I'm using in the mob tower thing. Spawner room killer thing. Alright, so we got the panes. Throw those on here. Put the block down. Put the rain in. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 eternal water blocks. And you'll notice I split those apart because I've had issues of them disappearing. Where if you stack them, when you place one down on the ground, the number doesn't go down to 3, they just disappear. So I'm keeping them separate. Alright, so now we're going to take our infinite water block here. Get rid of this tank here. And this pipe. And we're going to just put our water block, come on, right there. And that'll keep this full no matter what. That looks weird. Why are you flashing? Oh, rain started again. So I guess if we wanted to go make the infinite water bucket, now would be a good time, huh? But I don't really have a use for it at the moment, so I'm gonna not do that. Let's see, we're coming up on 30 minutes. I've shown off most of the things I've done. There's still a couple things I want to do, though. Alright, so while exploring, here's our project chest. This is what we made last time. I just put it back in here. While exploring, I found some of these refined corallium ingots. And it turns out you can make a bow with them that applies a on-hit kind of like a poison effect to mobs. So we're going to build that bow today. You have to go underground fairly deep and find these corallium gems. Oh, I need to actually fix my inventory. Hang on. Let's go over here and deposit. I've got going on 130,000 coins in here. Found lots of loot. Anyway. Well, I guess I can put away the ectoplasm. That's also for a later episode. Where am I hiding it? Right there. 15. I'll be using that to make a Spectre key. So we can show off the Spectre realm. And I'm also going to be making Spectre armor. I'm going to upgrade my iron into Spectre gear. Alright, I guess that's enough space. Let's just reorganize a little bit so we can have all this together. Alright, so you gotta go underground and mine these up. And you get like a couple at a time. I basically used Silk Touch. Used our Silk Touch Alumite pick here. And mined them up and then brought them back to the pulverizer. Alright, so this... You have to have 9 of these, or it doesn't quite work. Actually, I think that's wrong also. You have to have 9, but they combine into their own item. Yeah. So 3 of these makes a gem that says 3 gems on it, a cluster. And you can combine these in like any way, shape, or form, I believe. Let's see if I can do this in a actual crafting table, station, whatever. Yeah, okay, there it is. So there it says 9 gems. But for some reason, let me see here. If I look up this bow, here it is, Corallium Longbow recipe. I need the Corallium Pearl. That's made from smelting a Corallium infused stone. Oh, it's 3 of the 3s, okay. Or a 4, a 3, and a 2. Okay, so I had it right kind of somewhere in the middle. So we want to make 3 of the 3s. Alright, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 of those. There it is. Okay. So let's cook this up. Grab another piece of coal. You see how much coal I've gotten. 2 stacks of blocks of coal and almost a full chest behind it. Alright, now we take the pearl. And that's the recipe for the bow right there. Nice and organized. And this will give me an actual ranged attack option. There it is, Corallium longbow. Now let me check real quick. Okay, it doesn't come with its own ammo, but I'm pretty sure I've got more than a stack of arrows laying around. Yeah. Alright, let's use this a little bit and then see if I can go repair it in the blood chest. Who's our first victim? We got some chunk load errors going on here. Oh, I'm surrounded. There we go. You get away from the house. Surrounded by chunk load errors. Okay, there's a sheep here somewhere. Oh, there's skeletons right there. Aha! Take that. Now he is taking some damage after I shot him, it looked like. Alright, 2 shots. He only took 1. And he's gonna take 2, I guess. Alright. So it says they apply Corallium Plague on hit, and this thing has 637 durability. So, now we got a bow out of that guy. Alright, let's hop over to Battle Tower Alpha. Probably gonna get some lag here. No, that's actually not lagging at all. Okay. Let's put that bow in here. Top off the armor. Might as well do that every time I show up over here. Alright, Corallium longbow, do you repair? Yes, you do. That's amazing. And the blood extractor is entirely full. Got nowhere to put it. I walled this off. Staircase down, just in case anything spawns down there and tries to come up and attack me. It's totally blocked off, but I have torches everywhere in this tower, so nothing should spawn in this entire tower except in that room right there. It's the only dark space in this entire region here. I haven't even seen like squid or any ocean craft, oceanocraft, whatever it's called. I haven't seen any of those out here either. So, yeah. The entire spawn limit is going to be in this room. Guess where I'm going to be on a blood moon? Right here. Alright, take that out. Yeah, I'm really going to have to fix this though, because they're glitching through the walls and spawning outside of it. I had a couple of guys spawning outside here on the walls, like spawning in the air here and then falling into the water. But I put some torches down. I'm seeing if that's going to help. Needs a little bit of testing still. Alright, so one last thing that I want to make that I've been putting off because I wanted it on camera. In Evilcraft, in some of the loot chests that you find scattered around the world, you will find this Garmonbosia. I've only gotten 4 of it. And this is very useful to make one item specifically. I'm going to just open up the list here. and let you look at them. Well, it's very useful for several items, but there's only one I'm going to be using it for at the moment. You can make these primed pendants that you put a potion in there, and it applies that potion to you all the time. You can make a environmental accumulator of your own. With you basically break one of the ones you find in the world to get this core, and then the rest of these items you just make. Cobblestone, iron blocks, the Garmonbosia, and this blood infusion core, which we've made before. And that'll make your very own environmental accumulator. You can also make a Mace of Destruction, 10 attack damage. You can power it up, and it uses blood when you kill stuff with it. And it hits harder, hits things in an area, stuff like that. Or you can make rejuvenated flesh out of rotten flesh and Garmonbosia. And that is an infinite source of food that runs on blood. So, guess what we're going to be making? Can you say, I'll never need a food chest again? Hello, rejuvenated flesh. Now this, you don't put in the blood chest, you actually put this in the blood infuser to charge it up. And it uses 10,000. That's going to be our entire tank here. And I've got 5,000 in the blood extractor, so I will fill this back up 5,000. There we go. Let's put away our glass here. I'm going to take that one out and put it here. Yeah, this bottom chest, I'm trying to put nothing but vanilla items in here. So, let's see, do I have more arrows laying around? Not here, I guess they're in the other... They're in the mob tower still. Okay, vanilla items. I've got one space. Yeah, one space. How about the ice? Why not? There we go. Sort this back. Let's put away. Do I have space for bones? No. Do I have space for bone meal? Yes. Throw that in there. This tank I'll put there. Fluid duct. I'll just put that there. Sort the inventory. Let's take the bucket off the bar. Put the bow down. Let's put the bow there, I guess. And yeah, okay. So now we've got an infinite source of food. You just sit here and eat it, and it takes off 250 blood every time you eat it. So you've got 40 uses. That's basically 40 zombie flesh. And you got to come back and recharge it in the infuser, but it lasts for quite a long time. And it doesn't apply the zombie flesh hunger effect to you, like zombie flesh would. So, lots of good stuff today. That's all the points I had written down of what to cover, just so I'd stay organized for what to do every day. I guess, alright, so, in the comments, people watching, viewers, esteemed friends and such, if you have any ideas for our mob spawner redesign, because this needs a little bit of one, leave that in the comments. If you have any questions about what we did today, leave a question. And if you've got any ideas or suggestions of what to do in future episodes, leave those in the comments as well. Also, leave a like if you like the series, and I will continue the series. Next episode, again, we're leaving it up to viewer discretion viewer suggestion, viewer request, whatever. But I think I might make a mob spawner, like the automated spawner. This right here, auto spawner, because I have a mob that's in one of the safari nets I made. I've got a mob in a safari net that is fairly rare and drops a very nice item, so I think I'm going to exploit that. The only thing I need is magma cream, actually. The rest of this I've got. No, actually, I used our 1 emerald, but I made a cast of it so I can drop villagers in our smeltery and get more emeralds. Well, that's what I'm going to be doing until next episode. Anyway, player choice, viewer choice. You guys leave suggestions, comments, etc., etc. I'm rambling. See you guys next episode. Have a good day.